And the discussion is the TVET status of Bangladesh, the comparison among other developed countries. And TVET, if you look at the TVET status, of course the TVET in Bangladesh is based on some government's policies under the 7th Fifth Year Plan from 2016 to 2020, the Bangladesh Perspective Plans, which makes the reality of Vision 2021. Then the Education Policy 2010, Sustainable Development Goals, the 2016 to 2030, and National Skills Development Policy 2011. And we have the Government Institute Technical Education, the Technical Teachers Training College, have the one, Vocational Teachers Training College 1, Engineering College 4, and Polytechnic Institute 49, and Technical School and College 64. Private institution in technical education in Bangladesh, non-government polytechnic, government diploma level, then SSC vocational MPO, Dakhil vocational, SSC business management, national skill and standard and certificate level institution, all together in private more than 7,500 almost. The TVET student information in 2016, so the degree level in engineering college and technical teachers training college 1203, diploma level 0.3 million, SSC vocational, Dakhil vocational 0.295 million, SSC business management, HSC vocational 0.266 million, basic tests 0.19 million. In together 1 million students in TVET sector. Out of that, the female student 24.4%, and present all to the TVET enrollment rate in 2015 census 14%. If you look the trend of the enrollment statistics is from 2008 to 2016, almost 137% increase within this period in the TVET enrollment. And in the TVET enrollment projections, actually this our present is that in 2015 this 15%, which was in 1998 almost 1%. Now we have the target by in 2020 20% enrollment will be in 2020, and 30% will be 2030, and in the 2041 our target is this developed country, and TVET enrollment would be the 50%. And we know that if you look at global TVET models, there are actually follow the three models of TVET worldwide. The first one, the liberal, is basically UK liberal market economy, UK based liberal market economy model. The French-based state-regulated bureaucratic model, and third is the Germany-based dual system model. The three models all over the world, they are following basically these three models. If you look actually if you compare the three models, the country, the liberal market economy, the country is the Great Britain, UK, Canada, and Australia, New Zealand also, they are following this model. And then the state regulated bureaucratic model, France, Italy, Sweden, and Finland. And the dual model system, Germany, Australia, Switzerland, Denmark, and Norway. If you look at the curriculum in the three different models, in liberal market economy, this where is especially in Australia, UK, and Canada, the industry actually sector skills council decide the types of the which kind of occupational standard and the other curriculum also. That industry actually decide all that. And when you look at the bureaucratic model in the translate the bureaucratic model, that national curriculum fixes the curriculum of the courses, just like in our Bangladesh also the same. In the dual system model, then the design, development, and the implementation of the TVET by wide range of the public, private stakeholders, actually they decide that, actually prepare the curriculum. Market demand, if you look at the first one, that the supply reflects the actual demand of the private market and market led by industry and the enterprise. When you look at the second one, the often often does not reflect the local labor demand realities actually. Just like our Bangladesh, also the same model we are following. With the dual model system, the supply as per industry demand. Actually, they have to sign contract with since they are the dual system, the 3 days in the school and the other 2 days in the industry. So they have the contract with the industry actually. Then we look the finance in the liberal market economy. The private institutions, industries, and the firms volunteer to pay for workers' training and apprenticeships. When you look at the second model, the national education system define, provide, and finance the technical and vocational education training. When you look at the dual system model, the enterprise finance the apprenticeship training, whereas state agencies finance the TVET schools. They actually sharing. The third one, the partnership, very strong partnership with the public-private collaboration in the first model, and public-private partnership model actually with the only consultation basis for the second model. And when the third, of course, they are the dual model, the strong public-private collaborations. When the comparison with some other developed countries with the Bangladesh, then with the post graduation in Polytechnic, the 4 years in Bangladesh, whereas Singapore 3 years. And TVET enrollment in Bangladesh 40%, in Singapore 65%, and economic trends labor intensive in Bangladesh still, and Singapore is the knowledge intensive. Teaching methodology is still the classroom based, and the Singapore teaching factory concept. And employment not a specific target, and still the Singapore is specific target. Job placement 68.5% in Bangladesh, Singapore 82%. When we the industry institutional linkage, the very weak in Bangladesh, and in Singapore very strong. Social image in Bangladesh still poor, but in Singapore well accepted. In this skills networking very poor in Bangladesh, but strong networking in Singapore. Curriculum is still theory based, and in Singapore demand driven skill based. Research and application not in practice till now in Bangladesh, and Singapore developed research culture. And the per capita income Bangladesh $1,602, and whereas in Singapore $52,960. When you compare with the other Japan and South Korea, if you look at Japan 5 years, and course duration, whereas South Korea 4 years. And TVET enrollment 21 is actually, if you look at TVET enrollment in the Japan, the developed country is the lowest one actually. But South Korea 32%. Economic trends in Japan innovation based, and South Korea knowledge intensive. Teaching methodology practical and production based in Japan, and South Korea still hands-on approach. Employment target based, and South Korea also target based. Job placement percentage 90% in Japan, and South Korea 83.3%. Then institutional linkage, both countries very strong. Social image also well accepted. Then skills networking, other developed countries maintain strong networking with the Japan, strong networking with the other developed countries also. And curriculum demand driven skills based, and in the Korea is high tech based. Research and application development research culture, and here also is development research culture. As per capita income in Japan 38,894, whereas in South Korea $27,538. When we compare China and Australia, actually in China 3 years course in the Polytechnic, but there are the 2 streams also for the senior high school. After the senior high school, for them there is only 2 years actually. So Australia actually there are different systems that they are not giving directly actually doing. They have the level 1, 2, 3, 4. After the 4, they will go for the diploma course. It will be about 1 to 2 years actually. Then higher advanced diploma, then they can go for the undergraduate degree program. Then TVET enrollment in China about 45%, Australia around 70% in TVET. Economic trends, of course, the knowledge base knowledge intensive also Australia. Teaching methodology, hands-on experience, when you go to Australia, apprenticeship and hands-on experience, both they are practicing. Employment target based and job placement around China also 90% TVET and Australia also the 90%. And the industry is very strong in Australia. Social elements, of course, both countries are very well accepted. And notorious very strong curriculum also high-tech based and industry driven skill based in the Australia. And research application of the research and development by actually the skill service organization, they actually do the research for the which kind of curriculum that they will provide suggestion to the IRC, Industry Representative Committee, and NCP are also they are doing the research in the TVET sector. And per capita income 8,123 in China and Australia 45,970. These are the actually comparison among the developed country, Bangladesh and other 5 countries. Actually, what we need actually, we just giving the some reflection, some other Bangladesh and with other 5 countries. So among all the these actually, we need some actions for the Bangladesh. Skill-wise, market demand forecasting we don't have. We need this one. We need the demand-driven curriculum, recruitment of teachers, capacity building of the TVET teachers, improving teaching learning systems, development of lab workshop facilities, modernization of physical infrastructure, introduce emerging technology in TVET sector, strengthening industry-institutional linkage, awareness program for the improving social image of TVET, need the digital classroom, and of course, and we need the recognition of Bangladesh TVET in developed countries. These are actually the summary of the presentations. So thank you so much.